you've spoken with a lot of deep love about your mother, right? Tell me about the role that she's played in your upbringing, and are there any values that she has spoken about that you carry with even today?
Well, I think who I am is just because of her, to be honest. I think whatever I have achieved, I would say 100% she plays a major role in this. Not only when I got into cricket, she helped me a lot, but before that, like to grow up and since childhood, I see how hard it was at that time for mom, like to look after not only me, but other siblings as well. In that particular time, to give you the time and look after you. And I think it's something which for me, I think now it's so hard. She just didn't like uh teach me how to be a better person, but help me out as well. She was at certain things strict and only just because she wanted me to be a better person in future, to be a successful person in future. And I was the only one in the whole 11, like much, much closer to her. That particular time, what I was doing for her, that made her so happy. And at that time, she blessed you with some good prayers and duas. So I feel like in my life, wherever I have the up and down, mostly down, I just keep that in front of my eye. That is, I have those prayers with me. And I just need to be 100%, everything will be fine.
You mentioned it a little earlier, but there is a beautiful story about how she told you just you need to be kind and you need to stay the same no matter what, right? Did it sink in at that time when she told you, or like, do you keep going back to it? Because I know you do not, you are literally, this epitome of humility, which I have also personally observed. And is that something you keep sort of going back to, is what she said, and it is, a value system now?
Well, I think the reason behind why she was keep telling me, I got to know later only. At that time, I didn't know, to be honest, like what does she mean? Because I'm the same person who I am. But when I become a successful person, someone who is well known and go around everywhere, and when I meet people and you meet them in the right manner and speak in a right way, I felt like, later on I realized people, they don't only look into your performance, what you do in the ground, but they see like how good a person you are. And that's something which I feel that makes me more happier than my performance. And I think later on, I only realized when people start talking about like, well, no, you're not only a great cricketer, but person with a good heart and behave well and things. I feel like now I'm feeling that what she meant to be and why she was keep telling me to be the same person who you are, before you becoming so famous. So yeah, I only realized it later, and I think that's something which is massive for me, and it helped me a lot. Like it just kept me grounded and just kept me focused on my target, rather than to be up and down and then I don't know where to go. So,
Yeah. It almost feels like, your parents, both mom and dad, did a master class in parenting without even knowing it, right? So the humility, the kindness, the setting up of an example. And also, I think for me is, actually what's standing out is there is sort of war outside and there's instability. But the minute you can surround a child with so much love and care and nurture, the child just grows up to be, this wonderful.
As growing up, you see what she's doing, what her daily routine is. She's spending her whole day in her life, and I feel like that's sometimes she doesn't tell you the thing, but you learn from her when you see her actions. And I feel like that's something which I have learned from her, like, helping people to me, how she is around other people, how she is in the community, how she is looking after everyone. And I feel like what I have learned from her, like she was very kind to everyone. And she helped the people financially a lot, like, but without telling anybody else, without asking anybody. And that's something which I have learned from her, like, okay, if I want to be in future, I want to do the same things, like, to be a person who is helping others. And she was helping every single person. And that was something like, which really inspired me, like, that the kind of heart she has. I said, like, if I have the half of that kind of heart, I feel like I would be so happy. And I think those things, she just doesn't tell you that do this, but you just see it and observe it, and then you say, like, okay, I want to be a kind of person in the future. So yeah, I think she was like a different person, and as I mentioned earlier, that who I am, whatever I have achieved just because of her.